executive principals from today's Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. I'll start with you, Meredith. What are you most proud of leading into the game from a Kirwan State High School perspective?
I guess the fact that we're actually here is something to be very proud of, but also the way in which the boys have played. They've gone out there and they've played as good young men and aggressive, really good rugby league players, and that's all you can ask for. So I'm just proud of the team, proud of the coaches and all the great work that they've done, and looking forward to a great game.
Thanks, Meredith. And Chris, from a PBC perspective, as executive principal, you'd be very proud as well. What's been the highlight so far for you?
The South East competition this year in Queensland was extremely strong. Teams 1 to 6 could have been here today. I'm just impressed that it's our students that have made it. It means a lot to the community coming out of COVID-19. Life's coming back to normal, and as Meredith said, looking at a really fast, quick, energetic game today.
Now, one bonus question for you both without notice. Last minute tip and why Kirwan will win from you first, Meredith.
Oh gosh. Last minute tip, just get out there and play your hardest and do what you're meant to do because you're there to win. And we will win because we're a great team.
And Chris, why will PBC win today?
5 very, very tough games just to get here. Actually 6. So 6 tough games, yep.
Excellent. Thank you both very much for that, and you should be very proud of your school's performance throughout the year. We're just about to start with our presentations and not far until kickoff. So kickoff in about 5 minutes here in the Phil Hall Cup final. Thank you.
And welcome to Townsville District Junior Rugby League. Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. Kirwan High versus PBC. I'd like to start to get the players to come out onto the field, please.
Number 1, Jalen Bigwood. Number 2, Michael Roberts. 3, Reed Somerville. Number 4, Daniel Paterni. Number 5, Troy Duckett. Number 6, Ryan Ribbett. 7, Thomas Weaver. 8, Jack Cullen. 9, Tiani Adru McGann. 10, Xavier Wilson. 11, Brock Presley.
Number 12, Ryan Foran. 13, Jonathan Russell. 14, Oscar Bryant. 15, Bailey Martin. 16, Ryan Foran. 17, Parker Bryant. Sorry lads, I might have got a name wrong because we have one injury and I've just found out. Sorry if I got that wrong.
Home team, Kirwan High. Number 1, Rachel Wabbick. Number 2, Jesse Gallup. Number 3, Dudley Gotti.
Number 4, Max Harley. Number 5, Ethan Andrews. Number 6, Harley Taylor. 7, Clay George. 8, Abai Chadden Muka. Number 9, Ty Byrak Gilla. 10, Cruz Smith. 11, Mia. Number 12, Jeremiah Nanai. 13, Jacob Ty. 14, Ethan Roberts. 15, William Latu. 16, Menai Maranjaraji. 17, Tyrone Strickland. 18, Sion Tapu. Alright, like I said, once again, welcome everyone. Today we have Clay Sambo to do Welcome to Country.
Good afternoon. My name is Clay Sambo, and I would like to welcome you all here today. I would also like to make a special welcome to Palm Beach, Currumbin players, families, and officials to Townsville. I would also like to acknowledge the Walker people on the land that we meet today. Good luck to both teams.
Thank you, Clay. And to do the national anthem, if I can have everyone standing, please. Carla Adidi.
Us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts. of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
Hang on, lads, hang on. Just before everyone goes, can I just get both teams to go up beside the cup, just so we can get a photo? Referees as well. Sure. Thank you so much, lads. Let's play firm, fair, and have a good one.
Tremendous to have your company. A very big welcome wherever you're watching right around Australia for the 2020 Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. Who will be crowned Queensland Schoolboy Champions for 2020? Will it be defending champions Kirwan, or will it be Palm Beach Currumbin? Drury Forbes in the commentary box alongside Brothers Rugby League Club commentator announcer Andy Collins. Andy, tremendous to have your company. A very big welcome, mate. We're not too far away from the big one.
Thanks, Drury. I'm honoured to be here. It's just going to be a fantastic game. I've watched a couple of games from PBC lately. Their 6 and 7 are outstanding. Their 10's got great go forward. And for Kirwan, their right edge, Dudley and Jeremiah Nanai are the players to look out for. But this game could go anyway. I'm just excited to be here.
Oh, there's a big crowd here building too here at Neil Stewart Oval in Townsville. Referee for this one is Guy Miller. It's going to be Kirwan kicking off. And we're underway here to crown the national champions, if you like, with Queensland, the only state running the schoolboys competition this year. And it's going to be Palm Beach Currumbin's Jack Cullen with the first hit up of the grand final. Of course, Palm Beach Currumbin winning the Alan Langer Trophy. It was their third in a row this year. And Kirwan, of course, the champs. No stranger, the championship in the Aaron Payne Cup for the Townsville School. Kirwan State High School, the Mighty Bears.
Drury, you'll see the 6 and 7 from Palm Beach get their hands on the ball early in the game. They're definitely not a side that just goes straight through the middle. They like their 9's got a great 20-metre pass on him. They'll get it out to 6 and 7 and they'll play wide.
Both front rowers getting involved early. That was Willison, the captain. Now here's Cullen again for his second hit up. As Palm Beach Currumbin through Rivet with their first kick of the game. It's high and it's long. And Kirwan, the winger there in Ethan Andrews, taking the ball. Of course, Kirwan, the Aaron Payne Cup champions, and they're also the defending national champions. In fact, Kirwan today looking to become the first Queensland school to be back-to-back national champs. Yes, Andy?
Ethan Andrews, a good story. He's coming to the team late. We had Tyrese Woods, fullback, who's contracted with the Cowboys. Unfortunately, did his ACL, so that gave Ethan the opportunity to come on the wing and move Dudley into the centres.
Yes, of course, Tyrese Woods not available, the fullback for Kirwan for this one. It is a big blow, and here they go, the Kirwan side. There's Cruz Smith, front row forward, plenty of height.
Fantastic player, Cruz. He's over from Perth, and he's really playing well for Kirwan the last 3 games.
As we see the kick there on the last from the 5'8", it was from Harley Taylor. It was a great kick, and all of a sudden Palm Beach Currumbin just under a bit of pressure here. We'll see. Looks like there might be a scrum packing down. Did you see a Kirwan feed there, Andy?
I think it is, yep. It's definitely a Kirwan feed. And watch it to go out to the right here, Drury. They'll go for Nanai straight away and Dudley. They'll look. Oh, no, we might get a Palm Beach feed
it's
here.
It's a Palm Beach Currumbin feed. It's going to be Ryan Rivet. So, Palm Beach Currumbin. There is a breeze around today, which could come into play. It's definitely favouring Palm Beach Currumbin in this first half, fair to say, Andy?
Yep, we've had a breeze here for the last 3 weeks, and the team that's played with the breeze has got up a good lead and gone on to win the game. We'll see if that's the fashion today.
All right, here it is, played by Willison, the captain. So Palm Beach Currumbin and Kirwan, 0-0 the score here. Early exchanges. Here they are with Jotham Russell taking it over halfway for Palm Beach Currumbin, a Gold Coast school who have, well, they're three-time national champions, Palm Beach Currumbin. They've won it in 2001, 2008 and 2018. Here's their halfback Weaver, stepping and jinking.
He's going to be asking questions all day, Drury.
He'll be wrapped up on the last. So that'll be a turnover, and we spoke about the breeze. It's definitely favouring left to right of screen here.
I think it's in Kirwan's face, and they're going to do well in this second half, just to try and get the ball up Palm Beach's end and play up that end for this half.
Also, we have icicles going around the ground, raising money.
Kirwan, they've only had the one loss this year. What an impressive campaign it's been for Kirwan. Here it is with Taya, Jacob Taya, up to the 40 now as they go through the hands. And here's Huavase, edge back rower as they centre now. Taya through now with the fullback Wavik, and comes through the halves, and Taylor was there, and comes to Dotoy. Dudley Dotoy with a hat-trick in that semi-final last week.
I thought there might have been a touch there, Drury, for a 6 to go.
In fact, Dotoy, the hat-trick in the Aaron Payne Cup final, I should say. 6 tries in the entire campaign for him. So chance here for Kirwan. Huge opportunity for the first try in the National Championship. Cruz Smith to play it, only metres away as they come to the broadcast side. Here's Wavik stepping inside for Kirwan. Still going, reaching out, unable to get there as they centre now. Good defence by Palm Beach Currumbin. Offload away to the hooker. And that was Biragella. Once again, only metres away from the Palm Beach Currumbin try line as Wavik goes himself. And Ragsy Wavik has the first try for Kirwan State High School in the 2020 Phil Hall Cup.
Great pressure there, and Biragella there in the 9. Very smart football. He kept just pushing and peppering the line, and too strong there, Kirwan, to go over for the first try on the left edge.
So Rugsy Wavik, he's a year 11 student, playing fullback today, coming in for Tyrese Woods, of course, can also play halfback. And what a start for Kirwan. It was Rugsy Wavik there from dummy half, the opportunist, if you like. Crashes over for Kirwan's first. He says his favourite food is his mum's spaghetti.
Oh, interesting. Will he get plenty tonight if they have a win?
Hopefully for his sake, he had plenty last night as well, but great try and good opener there for Kirwan through the fullback Rugsy Wavik. As we see now, Harley Taylor with the attempted conversion. This will be a tough kick with the breeze. Harley Taylor, oh, he struck it beautifully. I tell you what, he couldn't have struck it any better with this breeze, kept it low. The angle was perfect, and what a dream start for Kirwan. They lead 6-0.
Yeah, especially against the wind as well. And notice Cruz Smith had a couple of hands, a couple of runs there for Kirwan. He's a real high work rate. He'll do the first 20, and Kirwan got a pretty big bench to come on as well.
So 6-0 the Kirwan side as Palm Beach Currumbin kick off. Kirwan now, suspect pass off the kick-off. They get away with it, and a good start to the set here for the local Townsville side. The Aaron Payne Cup champions Kirwan up against the Allalanger Trophy champions Palm Beach Currumbin, who will be crowned the national champion here today, and also Queensland champion as part of the 2020 Phil Hall Cup. Now the offload away here, and it's with with a great run. He got about 20 metres there. Just recently, just recently getting some attention from the North Queensland Cowboys. And I do believe he signed a contract, and we've got a turnover here. It's against Huavase.
Yep, Purvase with a slight knock on there. Biragella's playing very well out of 9. He's got his running game going early. Actually, Drury, his father had, I think he's won 10 titles for Brothers A grade. He's an absolute legend up here, Roy Byra. So he's got good genes, the 9 for Kirwan.
Yes, of course, Andy Collins, yourself, a long association with the Brothers Rugby League Club.
Yeah, I'm very passionate about Brothers, but I'm also passionate about Townsville and North Queensland. So I might get a bit carried away today and cheer the Kirwan boys, but I'll try and be neutral.
Ryan Foran it is. He was the inclusion of the centres off the bench, replacing Dean Mariner, who didn't come up from last week. They believe he might have a meniscus, Mariner. So Palm Beach Currumbin now through Weaver and back to Foran. As we mentioned, playing centre 3/4 today, Ryan Foran.
Oh.
And there's Cullen, who couldn't hang on to it. So Kirwan come up with it. Well, will be a scrum. Windy conditions here in Townsville. And the breeze is definitely with Palm Beach Currumbin in this first half. It will favour the side running left to right of screen. And Andy, with the breeze, you said it's been a little windy for a while now, but particularly for Kirwan, who are used to these conditions, how much of a factor do you think this breeze will be this afternoon?
Oh, definitely. And if Kirwan can keep this going and keep the lead going into half-time, they'll feel strong favourites coming out in the second half with the breeze at their back. It's definitely a strong breeze out there. So Palm Beach have definitely got to try and get some advantage in this first half.
They come out to Dotoy here. Dudley Dotoy, or Dotoy rather. What an excitement machine this bloke is. He has had a wonderful year. Scored a hat-trick in the Aaron Payne Cup Grand Final over Iggy Park. And has been a huge reason as to why Kirwan once again are having a successful campaign. Here it is with Max Haley. Penalty Kirwan.
Definitely on the front foot at the moment, Kirwan. Yeah, Dudley came in from the wing a couple of weeks ago and he's just going on leaps and bounds. And I'm pretty sure a lot of clubs will be looking at him at the moment. Expect to see when he gets a bit of space, the speed of of Dudley. It's exceptional and frightening. So, yeah, looking forward to him getting some space.
Two very tall 5'8" on each of these teams today with plenty of promise. Harley Taylor there kicking it into touch. And also Ryan Rivet for Palm Beach Currumbin has had a stellar 2020 campaign. So Kirwan, is it a set move? A little dummy there. Well, actually, Wabik thought he was getting possession, but in the end, deciding there to take the tackle was the halfback Clay George. Now Kirwan pressing on here, looking for their second. As they go to the lock forward, Jacob Taylor. So huge opportunity here. Great defence from Palm Beach Currumbin, but they may have just got over the line. It was a by Chatfield. And let's have a look here. Looks like the referee has pointed to the spot, has he? Yes, he has. So try to Chatfield. And Kirwan have their second in the 2020 Phil Hall Cup Grand Final.
Well, this is good for Kirwan. They've come up with different tactic today. They've probably had a look at the videos and they're going through the middle. They're not spreading it like they normally do. They've definitely got a tactic to try and pepper Palm Beach away, and it's working at the moment with the first 2 tries on the board.
Well, Andy, interesting observation here, but it's Kirwan will the territory, and they're the ones running into the breeze. Do you think it's a hindrance running with the breeze, perhaps, or?
Well, it hasn't been for the last 3 weeks we've been out here, but Kirwan have started well in the first 20 of all games. Palm Beach are just going to have to aim up in defence a little bit better and try and the 6 and 7 need to get the ball for the Palm Beach to get back in this game.
Almost an identical position to Harley Taylor's first successful conversion. He made it look easy. I can assure you it's not. Taylor moves in and once again, clean as you like. Started it left and then swung it through to the right. It's Kirwan 12-0 here in the National 2020 Schoolboy Grand Final. We do say national. Look, it is the national grand final here today, but it's also the Queensland title because Queensland were the only state playing this year. But let's make no mistake, this is the same grand final as formerly the Amco Shield, the Commonwealth Bank Cup, Aussie Home Loans Cup, and it goes on and on and on. This is the big stage for Schoolboy Rugby League here today. Kirwan leading 12-0.
Drury, that Harley kick then, there was a little bit of North Queensland's legend Jonathan Thurston, the way he went in and away, and great kick from Harley.
It certainly was, as Yallop did well to clean that up for Kirwan. So looking to complete after the try, and they're getting a bit of a roll on. Here's Chatfield, the try scorer, 35 metres out centre field. The Kirwan Bears, as
Here
they
we
go
go.
wide. Here's Donoy with the offload
Oh.
away, and he couldn't hang on to it. I think it might have been Ethan Andrews. And we saw yet again an example of just how dangerous Donoy can be when given early ball.
And from a Nanai special, Nanai has got the Matt Gidley offload there. He does it week in, week out. Trouble is, if you try and wrap the ball up with Nanai, he'll run straight through you. So very dangerous edge Kirwan on that right.
Here's Jeremiah Nanai, of course, the inaugural Michael Morgan medalist for the best and fairest in the Aaron Payne Cup in season 2020. Nanai is the number 12 for Kirwan. Palm Beach Currumbin looking for their first points. And they'll start their set with Brock Priestley into Kirwan territory. Here's Cullen, who's been a real unsung hero for Palm Beach Currumbin, as Jack Cullen, as Rivet goes inside here to the captain, Willison. Willison manhandled and played there. So 30 metres out as De Groot chimes in. The fullback, of course, no Xavier Savage for Palm Beach Currumbin. Succumbed to a hamstring injury, and also their captain Damon Somerville not available. To be played here by Ryan Foran, playing centre today. Here's Weaver, chance here for the Gold Coast side. Rivet puts it on the boot, scooped up there by Priestley, and Brock Priestley scores for Palm Beach Currumbin off the back of a Rivet special, and Priestley is over.
Yep.
And Palm Beach Currumbin strike back.
Fantastic there, Drury, from Palm Beach. They really needed that halfway through the first half. They hadn't seen much ball, but as we said, the 6 and 7, they're very dangerous. They went the 7s left at first, came back onto the right, and a lovely grubber through from the 6, and the 11 for Palm Beach going over there, Brock Priestley. So we have the scores now at 12-4 with a kick to come.
Just what they needed, Palm Beach Currumbin there. It'll be their halfback, Tom Weaver, with the attempted conversion. And we know how dangerous Palm Beach Currumbin can be with the footy. Just going back to the occasion today, Andy Collins, it's the biggest game on the schoolboy calendar in Australia. We mentioned some great names of the previous tournament names: Commonwealth Bank Cup, Aussie Home Loans, Nutrigrain, Arrive Alive, the GIO Cup, and known as the NRL Schoolboy Cup these days. And of course, we're playing for the Phil Hall Cup today. So this is the game that does decide the national championship. And just saw there the conversion from Weaver, unsuccessful. So 12-4, the score remains in favour of Kirwan.
Drury, I just want to mention, these schools are prestigious football schools. Kirwan have produced 31 NRL players so far, and Palm Beach Currumbin 45. I'll just give you some of those names. Kevin Proctor, Darius Boyd, Jordan Rankin played for Palm Beach, and just on the Kirwan side, we got Block of Cheese, Brandon Smith, Michael Luck, Jacob Lillyman, Sam Thaiday, Aaron Payne, and Tom Malolo. So we've got some great players from both schools.
Yes, they certainly is. Two of the biggest named schools in Australian Schoolboy Rugby League. Here it is with Palm Beach Currumbin. Jotham Russell, the lock forward, plays it just short of halfway. Uda Bergen away to Weaver. And now here's Ryan Foran, who's fair to say has been highly involved early on here. Willison. Wrapped up there by the Kirwan defence. And they go short side. Uda Bergen to Weaver with the kick. Bouncing ball. And it'll go into touch. But Palm Beach Currumbin just settling things. And a more complete set, particularly after points. I'm sure Coach Brad Davis would be happy with that set.
Yep, and Ryan Foran definitely making the most of getting his opportunity coming off the bench. He's in the starting team today and having a blinder so far, getting plenty of ball. And good to see Weaver there put it into touch. And I think the Palm Beach got to keep the pressure on Kirwan now and see if Kirwan can come up with a mistake. That's what Palm Beach will be looking for.
So here's Kirwan now. They had a little overlap there. And we'll see a penalty to Kirwan.
Not quick.
So early penalty in the set there. Ragsy Wubbock there looking for the quick tap. They'll just slow it down here.
On the line.
They should kick for touch.
Stay behind.
Just as a courtesy, the second half of the last 5 minutes is the only time if time is called off.
Here we are, BBC. Wait for the foot. Hold! Holding!
So Kirwan with it off the back of the penalty, and they'll start their set on halfway, Andy.
Yep, definitely, and they're going over to their right-hand side, their favourite side there. I think Nanai's on the ball now, and we might see a scoop from Dudley. And here goes Dudley with the ball now. Let's see if he gets some space.
Yeah, Detoy here, still going. Still going Detoy, and finally tackled and driven back. 12-6 the score. The conversion was successful from Tom Weaver after the Palm Beach Currumbin try, we've just been told, so it was close. 12-6 the score. Here's Kirwan. Here's Tyre now wrapped up by Priestley. And another penalty going the way of the Townsville side.
Drury, just have a look at the Kirwan 15. He's just come onto the field. Excellent player off the bench. Sometimes starts, but got a great work rate. Great in defence. And just keep your eye on the 15. He's a very good player.
Number 15, of course, for Kirwan, William Latu.
That's him.
As Kirwan look to apply the pressure here, they lead by 6. 2020 Phil Hall Cup Queensland Schoolboy Grand Final. Kirwan from Townsville up against Palm Beach Currumbin from Gold Coast, and here it is with the fullback Wubbock for Kirwan. Morangi, the 16. Crowd building here, lots of Kirwan support as they go close again. So, a little sloppy pass to the 4. It was picked up nicely. Max Haley it was. Still, Palm Beach Currumbin able to hold them out. Through the hands, Taylor now, and Clay George, and in the end, well, we know how dangerous that man can be, Jeremiah Nanai. They just couldn't hold the footy.
Yep, Kirwan tried that. They've scored 2 tries through bashing through. They tried it a 3rd time there. Didn't quite work, so they went out to their right, and Nanai, he'd like that over again. He just a bit of a drop there from Nanai, and Palm Beach off the hook.
12-6 the score remains, 9 1/4 remaining here. Of course, we play 30-minute halves at this level. And this, of course, the grand final between the winner of the Alan Langer Trophy in South East Queensland and the Aaron Payne Cup in Northern Queensland. So Palm Beach Currumbin just looking to settle things down somewhat here as Uda Bergen goes for a little dart. And now it's with Willison. Xavier Willison, another outstanding season from him, who's taken over the captaincy duties as Rivet puts it high on the last, and there's Andrews underneath it. And he'll be met by Bailey Martin and also Parker Bryant. Of course, the 2 Bryant brothers in this Palm Beach Currumbin lineup. Brother of Brisbane Heat batsman Max Bryant. Both of them. Here's Kirwan now. And Parker Bryant, sorry, Oscar Bryant in that tackle. Yes, Andy?
Drury, is that the cricket players? Is he the older brother of the 2 Bryants out here today?
That is correct. That is correct.
I think he might be here today.
There you go. Well, Andy Eagle Eyes Collins, mate, we'll have to see if we can find.
Well,
Max.
I got a rumour the parents are in New South Wales, so they couldn't make it. So Max has come up to support the brothers.
Here's a kick from Clay George, and De Groot. He really has been safe as houses at the back there for Palm Beach Currumbin in this latter part of the season. After Xavier Savage just couldn't keep his spot in the starting lineup due to injury. So we should see, oh, it's a penalty. No, it's a knock on here against Daniel Butterini.
Just previously, Drury, I've seen De Groot in other games. He loves working that way through the middle. I think they need to pick him up a bit and get him a bit busier through the middle. Just like Ragsy's done a lot of work for Kirwan so far. It'd be good to get De Groot in the game. He's very dangerous.
Indeed he is, particularly with ball in hand. I saw a really important try from De Groot in the semi-final for Palm Beach Currumbin. They played Ipswich. So here's Kirwan now, and that was Dodoy, and was it raked by Rivet? Rivet looking to play on here. The referee, Guy Miller, has pulled it up.
Yep, definite knock on there. But Clay George, I mentioned to the Kirwan halfback, he's been in the centres all year, and Dudley was playing outside him. But when Tyrese Woods got injured, they moved him to 7 and Ragsy back to the 1, and he's doing a fabulous job of just holding and getting the Kirwan boys around the field.
He certainly is. And
one other
Ragsy
thing,
Wabik already has a try this afternoon.
And one other thing, Clay, watch out for an intercept. If Weaver and 6 want to spread the ball, he's an intercept specialist, so there's a tip.
Well, there you go, folks. You heard it here first. So Ragsy Wabik does enjoy an intercept.
Clay George as well.
Clay George, who is the 7 from Kirwan. So another opportunity for Kirwan. They're winning the territory battle despite running into the breeze here in the first half. They lead 12-6. Just under 5.5 minutes remaining in this first half of the 2020 Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. And the scoot here by the 9, that's Tai Byradgella. Kirwan crowd starting to get into this one now. Drew Taylor, the 5'8", taking the tackle. There's the short pass running onto it, and that's his second. Abai Chatfield has scored. No, it's a forward pass. Much to the relief of the Palm Beach Currumbin bench.
Wow, that would have been a big scoreline going in. We've got 4 minutes to go, and that would have put Kirwan definite favourites for the game going in at half-time. But forward passing, carry on, PBC ball.
Yeah, Chatfield, that would have been his second. Chatfield, he also plays basketball. Andy says his favourite hobby is just chilling.
Just chilling, that's most of us these days with the COVID. Netflix and chill.
So Palm Beach Currumbin now in familiar position coming out of their own half in this first half, but they're still in this one. As we see a nice run there. That's Daniel Butterini. And quick play the ball now, Weaver. We've got Bryant who was running onto it. And good tackle there made by the 15, William Latu, who we spoke about earlier. There's Bryant now into dummy half. Rivet with the cutout. Oh, Andrews was disposed of. However, it looks like they've gone into touch.
Yep, unlucky Palm Beach there. And again, you see that Rivet and Weaver, they're not scared to take the line on, and they'll throw the long pass if they have to. So PBC definitely got the points in them. Kirwan have got to really stand up here.
Kirwan now with the footy, 12-6 the score. Kirwan by a converted try. 3.25 minutes remaining in this first half. By Chatfield with the footy. He could have had 2. He's still got the 1 try.
Give him room.
Certainly been very busy and lively for the Kirwan Bears. And here it is with their other front row forward, Cruz Smith. They don't lack size, Kirwan.
Go 3, 6 off, 6.
As they spread it wide now, and the ball's just come out. So we'll get a little double knock on here, and an opportunity presenting itself for Palm Beach Currumbin.
Yeah, Max Haley had his hands out too far there, and a knock on, wouldn't want to do that again. But yeah, Palm Beach, how long they got on the clock? 2.5 minutes. And Kirwan will be disappointed if they can level, if Palm Beach level the scoreboard up here after all the work in the first 28.
Of course, Palm Beach Currumbin yet to lose a game in this campaign. They were undefeated all Alalanga Trophy.
They have one draw, jury.
They did have a draw. They did have a draw, but they're undefeated. And certainly will be unfamiliar territory for them going to the break behind. They're certainly not used to going in with a deficit. Here's Willison straightening now for Palm Beach Currumbin. So Willison, and quick play the ball. Bryant Rivet gets it off to Priestley. Priestley! He gets his second. Brock Priestley is over again for a double. And once again, linking up with Ryan Rivet. They are unstoppable down that left edge defence. And Palm Beach Currumbin looking to level.
Big shout out there to Willison too. He's been their go forward all day. He gets them on the front foot every time. And the 6 and 7 playing off the back of him. Rivet, great pass there. And like you say, second try of the day to Brock Priestley.
Brock Priestley over for his second, and just unstoppable close to the line there. And what a timely try for Palm Beach Currumbin. I was going to say, I don't think they've trailed at half time at any stage in their campaign in 2020.
I think
they may have just on that one occasion against Kebra early in the piece.
I think Kirwan will be ruining that, spreading the ball with 2 minutes to go in the half. Up by 6, you tuck it under the arm and you just get the set done. So wouldn't mind that over again, but Palm Beach took full advantage of the situation, and a great try for Brock there.
So Weaver moves in and he just misses. Not far away. Both his kicks have been close. Either way, he's 1 from 2. And the score remains Kirwan 12, Palm Beach Currumbin 10. Final moments of the first half. Of course, Palm Beach Currumbin, as we mentioned, undefeated in 2020. Their only game they did fall behind was against Kebra Park in the very early stages of the competition. I believe they were down 14-0 in that game. They came back to win 22-18. But half-time here in the 2020 Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. And there's the home side from Townsville, Kirwan State High School. They're on 12. They lead Gold Coast. Palm Beach Currumbin 10 here at half-time. We'll be back with all the second half action shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Take this opportunity to go for a wander over to the tuck shop, get some amazing hot food, some cold drinks, get around, get some super dupers over there in the corner. They're cold and they're amazing. Righto, here we go, second half.
Townsville Junior Rugby League Grand Final, Kirwan versus Palm Beach. Kirwan 12, Palm Beach 10. We have a game on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. Just like to thank the Kirwan High students for coming down and Miss Winter getting permission for the Year 12s to come out and support us on this coronavirus Grand Final. Some crowd is better than nothing, that is for sure. So thank you for being here, and thank you to the parents who are also here to support both teams. It's been a great match so far. Let's finish it off strong.
Yeah. Welcome back to Neil Stewart Oval here in Townsville, the 2020 Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. It is Kirwan leading Palm Beach Currumbin 12-10 as we get set here for the second half. Who will be crowned national champions? Of course, this for the Queensland title, but also for the national title this year. And it'll be Kirwan running with the breeze here in the second half. They lead by 2. Ryan Rivet with the kickoff. We're underway here in the second half. And he's just put a little bit too much on that one, Ryan Rivet, and Kirwan will start from halfway, penalty from the kickoff.
Yep, not the start Palm Beach would have wanted there, so Kirwan advantage into this, playing with the breeze at their backs into this second half. Exciting times, probably the most 30 minutes, most important 30 minutes of the year, Drury, and it's all on the line here.
It certainly is all on the line. We saw both corresponding principals having an interesting conversation at half-time. Of course, Meredith Wenter, the principal of Kirwan State High School, and Chris Capra, principal at Palm Beach Currumbin. I wonder what they were talking about. We're back underway here. It's the lock forward, Jacob Taya. And now the number 10, Cruz Smith. And Kirwan have been invited in early in this half and knock back the call, was it? Yes, it's play on. And still going was Jeremiah Nanai. And don't tell me he's done it again. Jeremiah Nanai, he's a try-scoring machine. He led the try scorers at the end of the regular season, and he's kept that going all throughout the finals, and he scores a huge try for Kirwan, does the Michael Morgan medalist in Jeremiah Nanai.
Absolute freak of a player. He made something from nothing there, Nanai, and just his sheer strength and a bit of sidestepping sent him over there to take Kirwan to a 16-10 lead with a kick to come.
Well, you got to play the whistle, don't you, Andy? There's a little bit of confusion there, wasn't there, with the ball? It was awarded to have gone backwards.
I'd stop for a knock-on, but Kirwan was smart there. They played on, ref called nothing, and Nanai showed us why he's the Michael Morgan medal winner.
So huge try there to Jeremiah Nanai. Of course, he is well and truly on the North Queensland Cowboys radar. He's a Cowboys contracted player. And as we mentioned, the best and fairest in the Aaron Payne Cup, the inaugural Michael Morgan medalist. 6 tries in the regular season, and he's been scoring in the finals as well. And that one, a huge try from Nanai, as we see a wonderful conversion there from Harley Taylor. He cannot miss. And Kirwan out to an 8-point lead, 18 plays 10.
Possession definitely the key in this second half, and with Rivet kicking out on the full there, put Kirwan on the front foot, and Nanai did his thing. But Palm Beach definitely got to have some more possession this half. You can't use the ball lightly and disrespect it against Kirwan.
Well, Kirwan themselves have only lost the 1 game all season, and looking to, as we alluded to earlier, looking to become the first Queensland school to win back-to-back national championships today. Kirwan State High School, the defending champions. Coincidentally, it was Palm Beach Currumbin winning the title of the year previously in 2018 before Kirwan won it last year. Here's their hooker in Tai Bayradella. And here's Cruz Smith. Nanai. Always just so dangerous when he gets that footy in hand, holds it with both his hands and taken down there by Bryant and also Willison. Now Kirwan played there by Smith. And here's the 5'8" again, Taylor, who puts it high, bouncing ball. There's Kirwan players coming through, but Palm Beach Currumbin's Michael Roberts was good enough to take the ball for his side.
Cruz Smith having absolute blinder out there. He's leading the Kirwan pack forward all day. Just having a champion game at the moment. But Palm Beach need to get to their kick on this set. They don't want to be stuck in the wind down in their own 20.
Well, this is the first set of 6 in possession for Palm Beach Currumbin in the second half. We're just enjoying some much needed possession as we see Bryant charging upfield there. Was Parker Bryant. So Weaver, lovely pass by Weaver. Oh, beautiful step by Duckett. And in the end, covering defence from Kirwan was too good, but that's better from Palm Beach Currumbin. Weaver, cut out pass, Duckett with a lovely left foot step.
Oh, Weaver, that's what we've been looking for all day, that cut out pass. He's a specialist at it, and the centre got, the winger got on the outside of his man then. I thought he was going further, but unfortunately the grubber went into the Kirwan hands, and Kirwan back in possession.
So here they are, Kirwan, through Max Haley.
One step, 18. Good.
And played here by Puavase. And this is Chatfield. Enormous run by Chatfield. He's been a real standout for Kirwan already in this one. Nanai has Dotoy running through at pace, at speed. Weaver trying to wrap him up. In the end, it was Butterini that brought him to ground. So Kirwan with momentum here. Taylor inside pass to Jeremiah Nanai. And Nanai tackled on the last, only metres away from the Palm Beach Currumbin try line, as we see from dummy half there, Byra Geller with the kick. And ricocheting ball, and I think the referee said this will be a line dropout.
Yep, line dropout. Just Dudley getting a bit of space there, but as soon as he got the ball, there were 3 Palm Beach on him. They've done their homework, Palm Beach, on Dudley. He's just not getting the room he normally gets today.
Stay behind.
So, running into the bridge, they go for the short one here, Andy? That's a no.
Yes, sorry, they've gone long.
They have gone long, but maybe the short one an option running into the breeze. In any case, Kirwan with it. So they'll start this set 25 out centre field. They lead by 8 here, and there's a penalty going their way.
Just think it might be a bit early to go for the short kickoffs. We've still got 23 minutes to go. No need to panic for Palm Beach at the moment. And you're right, Drew. That Drury, that Chatfield is doing a sensational amount of work with Cruz in the middle for Kirwan.
He's having a big game, isn't he? Is Chatfield. So they'll take the tap. Cruz Smith providing lots of challenges for the Palm Beach Currumbin defence as they go now to do. Taylor with an early kick for Jeremiah Nanai, and Nanai is over. He beats everyone to the footy, as he so often does. And Nanai has his second, and they are jubilant, the Kirwan side.
Wow, what a kick there by number 6, Ollie Taylor, for Jeremiah Nanai to get a try. Brings forward 22, Palm Beach 10.
Harley Taylor there, he had me fooled. He went inside, he kicked with the outside of the boot. That was a sensational grubber from Harley. And Nanai in for his second. Fantastic football there by Kirwan, set up by the 2 props, get them down the field. The half's done the grubber, and Nanai's done the rest. Fantastic effort there by Kirwan.
Yeah, early kick from Kirwan, but they were all on the same page, Andy.
Definitely, and they're playing as a unit, Kirwan. And like I said, we're impressed. They're going down the middle. Normally they've been spreading it over the last few weeks, but they've definitely had a look at the tapes, and they're going through the middle of Palm, and then they're setting it up for the wide men.
Proving unstoppable, Jeremiah Nanai. What a player. Number 12 for the Kirwan side. And the score now 22 points to 10. So quite an important conversion here. Harley Taylor is yet to miss one in trying kicking conditions. Taylor, well, he is human after all. And no doubt Palm Beach Currumbin will be happy to see that one waved away. So the margin still 2 converted tries, 22-10. Kirwan lead, and Nenai already has 2 tries in this grand final.
Just with Harley Taylor, he played for Kirwan in year 10. He's only a year 11 at the moment, so he's got another year of this type of football. They're talking about turning him into a back rower eventually, but he's doing just as good a job in the halves at the moment.
Well, year 11, you say, look at the size of him already, Andy.
Yep, and that's why they're talking back row long term, but he's obviously got the clevers for the 6 as well.
He's a bit of a golfer too, Harley Taylor. Doesn't mind his multiple array of sports, and one day wouldn't mind becoming a firefighter. There you go. So Kirwan now, 45 metres out, 20 minutes remaining, 22-10. Dotoy, early ball, beats Weaver. Weaver goes again, still going Dudley Dotoy. Proving a handful on the last. Here it is with Kirwan. Tai Baragella. And there's the kick. It'll be fielded by De Groot. And he's happy just to take the tackle. 5 metres out here. They're under pressure, Palm Beach Currumbin. Dotoy in the tackle as well. There was Andrews. Kirwan just aiming up to try and keep the Reds down this part of the field. De Groot again. They must be the next to score, Palm Beach Currumbin. They have to be. Played there by the back rower, Priestley. And here it is. Now with the 14, City. Oscar Bryant. So Ryan Rivet now kicks. And Kirwan there, the kick return from Jesse Yallop, another player having an outstanding season. Yallop with 5 tries in the regular season.
Drury, I think Palm Beach, they've just brought Cullen back in at prop, and they might need to bring Willison back on as well. They need some to try and get some more territory up the field. This wind's very strong against them now, but maybe getting their 2 props back out there and get a bit of go forward.
Well, they catch a break there, Palm Beach Currumbin. If there's any side capable of putting on 2 quick tries, it is the Gold Coast School, PBC. We know how dangerous they are in attack. And still plenty of time remaining here as they just get a slight reprieve here with the Kirwan error. 22 plays 10. Coming up to the halfway point here of this second stanza. Bryant feeds the scrum. Here's Roberts with the footy. A little bit of a wayward play, the ball there. Well, what do you make of that one, Andy?
I just think it's good pressure from Kirwan. And we got the 15 again, William Latu. He's the engine room. When the 2 big props go off, Latu goes on in that middle. He secures the middle. He puts pressure. His line speed has been excellent today, also with the 9 Baragella. Line speed for Kirwan, exceptional. Putting Palm Beach under pressure, and there's the result.
Of course, this breeze we allude to is favouring Kirwan in this second half. They lead by 2 converted tries. And of course, the Phil Hall Cup on the line today. Phil Hall himself celebrating his 50th anniversary as this scrum packs down. He started back in 1970, Phil Hall. And fast forward as Dotoy just spills the bickies there, and fast forward here to 2020. The 50th anniversary of the great man, Phil Hall. Of course, he's a life member of the Queensland School Sport, life member of Queensland Secondary School Rugby League, and also the Australian Secondary School Rugby League. And Phil Hall today is the competition coordinator for all Brisbane Broncos sponsored secondary competitions, including the Alan Langer Trophy. So a big thanks to Phil Hall for his continued contribution over 50 years and counting to Queensland Schoolboy Rugby League as we see another error.
Drury, we had the first error. Kirwan spread the ball to Dudley. They're spreading the ball in the breeze. It's not working. Fortunately for Kirwan, Palm Beach come up with their own error there. There are few too many errors for Palm Beach today at the moment. They need to really shut them down and try and get into the Kirwan half. So Kirwan advantage here again with Kirwan to feed.
Well, is it the breeze, Andy, creating havoc? Is it the pressure of the big moment? We've seen a few errors back to back now.
Well, our papers have been flying everywhere today, Drury, so I think it's pretty breezy out there, and the players are having trouble with the long ball especially.
That's fine.
So Kirwan now with Wavik, the fullback.
Walk forward 3 steps, take it back.
Referee's blown his whistle here. Is it a penalty? No. He just wants another play the ball. So here we go. William Latu. The interchange forward.
Hold. 14 one step, 14 off. 14 again, yeah.
And now the 17 in Tyrone Strickland.
16. Hold. Go 3.
Baragella there at hooker through to George, and then they find Puavase.
Hold. Hold. Go 4.
So chance here again for Kirwan. Baragella, he's so dangerous, the Kirwan number 9. Going very close to the white stripe. Last tackle. And some, looks like Parker's going to be penalised from marker.
Yep, and I think Kirwan will take the 2 here, definitely, and put them out to a 14-point lead. That's 2 tries plus lead, so I think Kirwan might go for the kick. Signal's gone out for 2 points from the runner. Let's see what Kirwan do here.
So penalty there against Oscar Bryant. At marker, he either went earlier or he wasn't square, and as you alluded to, Andy, it looks like Kirwan will be taking the 2 to go beyond 2 converted tries in front. Definitely
the smart play from Kirwan there. Just a call out to Baragella coming off. He's getting a break. And Kirwan bringing on Ethan Roberts into the dummy half role. But Baragella there, he's directed the traffic around all day today. Solid game, really strong boy, playing good football.
Indeed, he's having a wonderful match on the biggest stage is Tai Baragella. So it's Harley Taylor here, looking to add another 2 for Kirwan State High School. And Harley Taylor makes no mistake, 24 points to 10. The lead now out to 14.
Next 5 minutes now, Drury, are going to be the most important of this game. We've got a 14-point differential scoreline. Palm Beach need to get up Kirwan's end. They need to maintain some ball and try and pressure Kirwan's line. If Kirwan get up above Palm Beach's halfway again, this game's starting to run down on time. They're going to run out of time to come back.
Rivet goes high. Here's Jotham Russell coming through. He couldn't hold it. It was well timed. And now, just like that, Kirwan. And it looks like that might be the number 12 there is, 17 rather. That was Strickland. Huge run from Strickland. So Kirwan did well to diffuse that situation. Latu had a hit up. Now it's Jacob Taya with it towards halfway, wrapped up there by Priestley. Rivet also in the tackle. Now we've got Ethan Roberts playing hooker for Kirwan. And the ball's come loose. Ball's come loose there. I think it was Mia Puavase with the error and Palm Beach Currumbin with the loose head and feet.
Yep, could be costly from Kirwan there. Palm Beach finally get a chance to have some ball in good field position. Just on the Ethan Roberts, the 14 for Kirwan. He's definitely a more direct runner, so you'll see him dart out of dummy half and go straight. So keep your eye out for Ethan Roberts. He's a very good runner from dummy half.
11.5 remaining. Kirwan by 14. Looking to come up with some points and fast here. Palm Beach Currumbin. Weaver, the halfback tackle.
one.
We know how damaging they are with the ball in hand, Palm Beach Currumbin. This is Ryan Foran who played it. Now Weaver goes inside to find Cullen. Still going is Jack Cullen. Up to the 40. They've got points in them, this Palm Beach Currumbin side. Weaver, Rivet. Away now to Priestley. And they go the short side, Palm Beach Currumbin. Again here, it's with the number 2, and that's Michael Roberts, and he's been driven out over the touchline by the Kirwan defence.
Looking more and more like not Palm Beach's day-to-day. Kirwan have got answers for him in every single department. The winger there getting tossed over the sideline for a Kirwan ball. We've got 10 minutes left on the clock, Drury. I'm not sure Palm Beach can come back from a 14-point deficit now.
Well, they certainly won't be believing that, Andy. We know, as we have a look at the replay there, good solid defence there from Kirwan. And Michael Roberts there driven out. Well, they certainly won't be believing that, Andy. I say that because we know how successful they've been offensively this year, Palm Beach Currumbin. They've shown that they can score from any part of the field, and it'll take a brave man to write them off. But they're certainly up against it.
Absolutely, Drury. And I might be a little bit one-eyed there, calling that a bit early with 10 minutes to go.
Well, here they go here, Kirwan, and it's with Andrews. Out to the winger. Just comes in field there, Ethan Andrews. There's DeToy. And now with Ragsy Wavik, the fullback.
Here we are. Hold, go 2.
Roberts in the 14, gets it away to Jacob Taylor, who offloaded back to Roberts. And these are good meters here by the Kirwan Bears. Into Palm Beach Currumbin territory, played there by Latu. And George gets it away, but it was forward to Puavaze, referee adjudicating that one forward. So a little glimmer of hope yet again for Palm Beach Currumbin.
Yep, and Palm Beach throwing everything at the game now. They brought Willison back into the game, their major prop. So let's see if he can make a bit of damage up the middle and get Palm Beach some possession up Kirwan's end.
Well, chance here from the set play off the scrum, Andy. And they've got Weaver.
What are you doing?
And a few other players there in the back line, all set up for this one. And here they go with Tom Weaver, and he just goes short to Ryan Foran. They'll be looking to raise the tempo here, Palm Beach Currumbin, but the Kirwan defence able to tackle the halfback and chief playmaker again in Tom Weaver. This time it's Cullen up to the 40-metre line. And Bryant, dummies, looking to go through, gets it away now. So Rivet it was, coming through in support. And Palm Beach Currumbin now their captain Willison, the fresh legs. 5 metres out, last tackle. Dummy from Bryant as he goes for the line, he's over. Try time, Palm Beach Currumbin, Oscar Bryant sold some candy and he crashes over. And they're still in this one, Palm Beach.
Oh, I've gone early there. That's a fantastic try from the 14. I think Kirwan had their eyes set for Weaver on the left edge, and they just got lazy in marker there, and a great dive over there from the 14. Oscar Bryant.
Oscar Bryant it was, and well, he was in everything, every play there as hooker. He kept the speed going, and right when he had to, sold the dummy. And Tom Weaver now to add the extras, which he does. So back to 24-16 now. And the Palm Beach Currumbin side, well, they're not going to go away, Andy.
Well, there's a little bit of noise coming from over that side now. They got a bit of belief. They just need to get down that Kirwan end. And look how these 2 points Kirwan took before. They might become very important soon.
So just under 6 3/4 remaining. The clock certainly with Kirwan, and they will receive the footy, the Gold Coast side. Here we go, the kickoff from Ragsy Wavik. And Palm Beach Currumbin, here's Cullen. Big shot there by Chatfield. And also in the tackle was DeToy. Here's Willison. And Captain Willison, and this is good defence here by Kirwan. And gee, they've taken him all the way over the sideline as Kirwan. And well, the referee's okay with it.
I can't believe it, Drew. He's called a penalty. So,
well,
he's called a penalty to Kirwan.
He hasn't called the penalty, Andy, I don't believe. Looks like we're packing down for a
scrum. Oh, no.
Right call?
Yep, right call. I thought he still had momentum going over the line, so fair enough call for me, and Kirwan feed.
Well, they were certainly there in numbers, Kirwan. One of those 50-50 calls going the way of the home side.
Definitely felt like a Gordon Tallis moment there.
It would have been rude not to mention the Raging Bull up here in Townsville. As they go wide here, Kirwan. And that's the number 2, Jesse Yallop, and he just manages to stay in play. Certainly the Palm Beach Currumbin bench not happy with that call. And Kirwan with a chance to ice it now. Played by Max Haley. Good defence there by Willison and also Bryant, and the ball has been lost. So it'll be a scrum feed to Palm Beach Currumbin. Less than 5 minutes remaining.
Come if the hour, come if the men. So this is the 6 and the 7. This is Weaver and Rivet time. They need to pull off something special here, Drury.
So of course, it is within the last 5 minutes of the match, so it's no longer a continuous clock for the remaining final 5 minutes, which can only aid Palm Beach Currumbin's cause here. They've got to come up with 2 tries in less than 4.5 minutes from their own try line. It's now or never for Palm Beach Currumbin. Crowd becoming more and more parochial here for the home side. Penalty. No penalty as Rivet will kick this one out of bounds. He only made about 15 metres there. So Weaver. And that's played there by Willison, and then Parker will be able to pick up the penalty. So a couple of back-to-back penalties here for Palm Beach. Tap and go from Bryant. He finds his captain Willison again. A must score here, Palm Beach Currumbin. Bryant, Rivet inside to Jotham Russell. Wrapped up there by Chatfield, bouncing ball, still alive. Weaver scoops it up. 10 out. Rivet here, close to the line, short pass, looking for, it was the number 16 in Ryan Foran. As they go short side, knock on from Kirwan, scooped up by Duckett, I believe it was. And surely we'll play the original knock-on by Kirwan.
Yep, we're playing the original knock-on. So it's going to be a scrum feed to Palm Beach. They're going to feed the scrum as quick as they can here. Unfortunately, Weaver didn't get the ball in good position there. Palm Beach had the line set out, but the ball didn't go to his hands. So anyway, Palm Beach got the ball back with just 2.5 minutes left on the clock. It's now or never.
Well, they're set to the right here. They've got Rivet at first receiver. Oscar Bryant on his inside as an option, who's been playing dummy half. Otherwise, they've got the outside backs lined up. Here they go, Rivet. And they go through the hands now, and it's Roberts. So less than 2.5 on the clock. They'll need to score within this set, Palm Beach Currumbin. Here's Russell. Numbers to the left. Here they go. Rivet. Weaver, chance here. He goes himself, Tom Weaver, and he's over. Weaver has scored for Palm Beach Currumbin to keep alive their hopes here in the grand final. Kick to come.
Well, I think he'll take this kick straight away. There'll be no messing around. He's rushing back to take the kick. We've got under 2 minutes left. and if he kicks this, the scores go to 24-22. So I'm not sure the kick's that important here. He's just got to get back and get ready for the next set.
Tom Weaver here, just recently signing on with the Gold Coast Titans. New South Wales under-16 representative and a standout in 2020. Weaver moves in. And he misses the conversion, but there is only one try in it with a minute and a quarter remaining here in Townsville. The 2020 Phil Hall Cup Queensland Schoolboy Grand Final. It's Kirwan 24 leading Palm Beach Currumbin 20 with just on a minute remaining.
And no surprise to see Kirwan crawling back to the kickoff. They'll wind down the clock as much as they can here. And Palm Beach screaming for the kickoff to get going. We've got under a minute here. Here we go. Countdown.
Referee does eventually stop the clock. And now time back on. Here we go. They'll have 45 seconds here, Palm Beach Currumbin, to level here. And either win it or force extra time. Here's Cullen. They'll only get a couple of tackles, maybe 3 at best. Here they go with Russell. They're going to have to throw it around here soon, Palm Beach Currumbin. Bryant, here they go. Rivet, Weaver, over the top now. Lovely pass, and he finds Duckett, who put his foot on the sideline. And Troy Duckett was taken into touch. And surely that'll be it. The Kirwan State High School Bears are already celebrating. The siren is imminent. And there it is. Kirwan, the 2020 Phil Hall Cup Queensland Schoolboy Champions. The Kirwan Bears victorious 24-20 over a gallant Palm Beach Currumbin. They just couldn't get there in the end, PBC, Andy Collins, but all credit to the Kirwan Bears. They have had yet another sensational 2020 season, and their coach Todd Wilson would be absolutely delighted.
Fantastic effort from Kirwan Bears. I know the coach and the assistants, they've been working on this since October, so it's not something these kids and the staff do overnight. Since October, Kirwan have been working towards this goal. Congratulations to Kirwan, commiserations to Palm Beach. At the end of the day, they just didn't have enough ball. Second half, first 10 minutes, I think, won it for Kirwan. They had a couple of tries. Palm Beach just had too much to do. They got close to their credit, but at the end of the day, Kirwan State High are state champions and national champions. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the Kirwan Bears. Yes, Queensland State champions in 2020. They will hoist the Phil Hall Cup. And it's been a wonderful display by Kirwan. And Coach Brad Davis has done a wonderful job with his troops, Palm Beach Currumbin. They were unlucky today. Of course, they hadn't been defeated till today. And that you can just see the fullback, Jalen de Groot, there for Palm Beach Currumbin. He is in tears. There's no other way to put it. You can just see the emotion there on some of the faces. Contrasting emotions. You can see on screen at the moment, though, it's Kirwan. And they are ecstatic as they celebrate becoming the first Queensland school to go back-to-back. Kirwan Bears State High School.
Drury, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to join you in commentary team today. I had so much fun, and the school I've come to love's won the state titles, so it's a fantastic day all round, and hope I catch up with you again. It's been a pleasure working with you. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here, Andy Collins, of course, from Brothers Rugby League, locally here in Townsville. And we thank you, Andy, for his time as you're watching the Kirwan State High School side celebrate their 2020 Phil Hall Cup win. 24-20 in the end was the final score. So 24-20, the final score. Tries to Wavik, Chatfield, Jeremiah Nanai got 2 for Kirwan, and for Palm Beach, Currumbin, Brock Priestley, the back rower, got a double, and Oscar Bryant and also Tom Weaver, the try scorers. 4 tries apiece. Kirwan victorious. We'll leave you with these images of the Kirwan State High School side, and of course we've got the presentation to come. My name's Drury Forbes on behalf of the entire team here for the 2020 Phil Hall Cup. Thank you for joining us, and congratulations to Kirwan State High School. It's bye for now.
With our presentation this afternoon, so it's a really important day for us here from a Queensland Schools Rugby League perspective, and I'd just like to start by acknowledging the amazing efforts to get to this point. There have been plenty of times throughout 2020 when it was looking unlikely that we'd be able to get to the stage where we would have a state final, and the work across all of Queensland to be able to run both an Alan Langer competition in the southeast and an Aaron Payne competition up here in North Queensland is something that we can all be really proud of. We've got a number of people to recognise and thank this afternoon, and a number of special guests here for the official party. I'd just like to acknowledge Mr Bryce Johns from News Limited, who have been outstanding supporters all through the competition, who joins us up here, along with Brent Tate, former schoolboy star, Phil Hall, who the cup is actually named after, that we'll talk about shortly, and Michael Luck from the North Queensland Cowboys, who are all here as part of our official presentation ceremony. I'm actually going to start with Brent Tate. For those people that saw the newspaper today, we announced the centenary team of Queensland Schools Rugby League players to celebrate 100 years of Queensland school sport and rugby league in particular. And Brent was one of the 20 players chosen in the Queensland centenary team. So if we can acknowledge Brent for his performances as a Queensland schoolboy player, and obviously a long and distinguished career through the NRL. I'll just ask Phil to present Brent with one of the 100 years caps as recognition for his selection. So congratulations, Brent. And Phil was actually one of the selectors of that team as well. I'd also like to ask Bryce to come forward now as part of the presentation to recognise our referees and match officials today. Across all of our competitions, one of the things that's a little bit behind the scenes that people don't always see is the work that our match officials do. I know a lot of competitions across Queensland have struggled to be able to get restarted in this year, but the support we've had from the NRL, from Shane Hayne, who's here today, from the QRL and Jamie and his efforts to make sure that all of our games have got match officials at a very high standard to support the outstanding competition is something we're really proud of. So I'll ask Guy, Connor and Traden to come forward to accept a medallion, as part of their recognition of refereeing the grand final here today. Well done, gents. Next up, this year has been very different, as I've said a couple of times, but one of the challenges that Palm Beach Currumbin had to face today was to get up early, to get to the airport, to jump on a plane, to get here for the game and then fly back tonight. It's been an outstanding season for the PBC team. They've gone through till today to be undefeated and an extremely close and exciting game, and their season isn't diminished by the performance today. They've certainly done an outstanding job representing their school, their family and their wider community as well. So if we can give Palm Beach Currumbin State High School a big round of applause for their efforts throughout the year. And I'd like to ask Xavier to come forward to say a few words and acknowledge their team as well.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank you boys for putting up a good match and thank my own boys. We did ourselves proud. But yeah, congrats on the win and thanks to the refs and the coaching staffs and everyone for coming out. Thank you.
Thank you, Xavier. And Xavier, I might get you to stay up here if that's all right, as we get you to call out your team who can accept some medallions. We'll get Brent Tate to hand over the medallions, but I'll get Xavier to call out the Palm Beach Currumbin team as they come forward to accept their runners-up medallions.
Full name or any? Jay in the group, Michael Roberts, Reef Somerville, Dean Butters, Ryan Rivet, Thomas Weaver, Cullo, Cheese, Brock, Jotham, Pry, Oscar, Bailey, Foz, Parker, Caden, and the coach, and Baz. And Lowy.
As I mentioned earlier, really tough task to get a competition up and running this year, but one of our key supporters have been the North Queensland Cowboys, and I'd just like to acknowledge the work of Michael Luck. If I could ask Michael to come forward and accept a plaque on behalf of the Secondary Schoolboys Rugby League from us, as well as recognition of the support from the Cowboys, and to also help with the medallions in a moment with Phil. Before we do the medallions, though, we've got a special Man of the Match award that Andy's going to present. A very tough decision today in such a high quality game, but I'll hand the microphone over to Andy for our Man of the Match award this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, commiserations to Palm Beach. Fantastic game. It was really hard choosing Man of the Match today. I could have gone with about 7 or 8. The winner gets a $500 voucher for Rebels to do what they like with. I went 2 ways. I went the 2 front rows, so Xavier Chatfield and Cruz Smith, you are joint Men of the Match. And a special thank you to Apricity Finance for their support with the Man of the Match award there as well. Thank you, boys. Well done. Now, next I'll call up Clay George to come up as captain of Kirwan State High School. As I mentioned before, it's been an outstanding season for Palm Beach Currumbin, but it's been an even better season for Kirwan State High School, who've had another outstanding Aaron Payne Cup season with only the 1 loss that was then avenged in the grand final against Iggy Park. They've gone through, they've been the dominant side in North Queensland and once again have taken out our state championships for the 2nd year in a row. So an outstanding performance from Kirwan. We'll get Clay to say a few words, call up his team with Michael helping with the medallions, and then we'll get Phil to hand over the Phil Hall Cup. But if I could start with Clay,
if you could say a few words on behalf of the team, and congratulations.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank Palm Beach for coming down and putting on a tough match. I went right down to the very end there, and credit to you. Just got up early, got on a plane, got down here, and played some very tough footy. So credit to you. Keep your heads high. I'd also like to thank the referees for putting on such a fantastic match as well. The Cowboys and the Broncos for what they've done in this competition. The Queensland School Sports Rugby League for what they've done, all the live stream and all that. And to our boys, that's back-to-back, baby. We at the top. Number 1, Ragsy Wavick. 2, Jesse Yallop. 3, Dudley Dottoy. 4, Max Haley. 5, Ethan Andrews. 6, Harley Taylor. 8, Awa Chatfield. 9, Tata Baragila. 10, Cruz Smith. 11, Mia Pusuave. 12, Jeremiah Nene. 13, Jacob Taya. 14, Ethan Roberts. 15, William Latu. 6, Mane Morangi. 17, Tyrone Strickland. 18, Siani Tutupo. Sorry, I'd also like to thank all the supporters from both teams, Palm Beach and Kirwan, for coming down and getting around both teams. The atmosphere was good out there on the field. We felt every bit of your love, and yeah, thank you very much.
Well done, Clay, and Clay makes an excellent point. It's great to see such a supportive group from both teams being able to make it down to the ground, and I know there's a lot of people watching on the live stream as well that have been very supportive throughout the year. It's also really important to thank your parents from both sides. The support that we get at home to be able to get to this stage is obviously really important as well. I'd also just like to highlight we've got both executive principals from Palm Beach, Currumbin and Kirwan State High here, and a special thank you to all of the principals across all of the schools throughout the competition. The support from staff, parents and the wider community is something that we should all be very proud of, and is a great indication of the great support for rugby league. I'm going to ask Phil Hall though to hand over the Phil Hall Cup. So Phil is a life member of the Queensland Schools Rugby League, Queensland Schools Sport, Australian Schoolboys Rugby League, and as Drury mentioned in the commentary, it's actually 50 years since his first involvement with Schoolboy Rugby League. So I think most of us here, that was before all of us were born, certainly all the players. But Phil's contribution to Schools Rugby League over that 50 years has been enormous, and he's still working extremely hard behind the scenes to make sure that competitions like this are at the high standard that we've got. So can we give Phil a massive round of applause? And I'll get Phil to hand Clay and the Kirwan State High School Bears the Queensland Phil Hall Cup Schoolboys Championship once again. Well done, team.
Thanks, Lucky.
Thanks, Brett. And congratulations, too.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Jeff,